It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. We've got an AL Western Division showdown tonight between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Oakland A's. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Sean Manaea gets the call for game one of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this guy's been throwing the ball really well. He picked up his 10th win of the year in his last one, and he'd like nothing more than to make it 2 good ones in a row and pick up his win number 11 today.
So now into the box is David Fletcher, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Two balls and a strike to the Angels leadoff hitter. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They've been playing better than 500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, Dero, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys, definitely. The two teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one. Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stand inside of baseball and drive it the other way.
At the plate, Shohei Ohtani on the ground to third. Andrus relay to Olsen, and they turn the double play. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you always have to beware of Mike Trout. He's hitting over 350 in road games coming into this one, and it just seems like he comes ready to play. Maybe he really likes sleeping in hotels, or maybe he thrives off taking it to the home crowd. But whatever it is, it's working this year.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout, having a very nice year, currently second in the American League in batting average entering play.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
2-1 the count. Into the windup and the pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Anthony Rendon would be next. Just underway here in Oakland. And the count will be full. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. A swing and a miss at a sinker. A strikeout retires the side. Inning is over. Angels held in check there. Angels nothing. A's coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Patrick Sandoval will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
So Elvis Andrus the next to bat. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive. But this one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball. Down the left field line and deep. And foul.
Just not able to let that breaking ball travel enough right there. You could see his eyes light up when that popped out of the pitcher's hands, and he just hooked it foul.
To short. Iglesias is up with it. Throw on to first, and one shortstop rounds out to the other, one away.
Batting second.
With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Nero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately. From top to bottom, just swinging the bat, super nice. Pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much, trusting in the teammates behind him.
In now, Jed Lowry. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1. So, fellas, this Angels team entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find your...
He sends it out to left field. Well hit. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit. So a double into the gap has him in business here with one away. And that's a good time to check out our A's leaderboard, and it shows that he currently ranks third on the squad in that department. At the plate now, Matt Chapman. He stays alive, still 2-2. Comes set, now the pitch. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Trout has a read on it, 2 gone.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Digging in next, Matt Olson. In his career versus this pitcher, he's 1 for 4. One and one. Here it is. And it's fouled away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Lowry at second with 2 down. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Nothing in the Oakland first. On to the second now from the Coliseum. Still scoreless. And now for the Angels, Anthony Rendon. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
The 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Gloved by Lowry. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
This is a head scratcher. I mean, that's the shortest throw on the infield, and somehow he lets it sail wide of the mark for an E4. A couple more like that, and doubt starts to creep into the second baseman's mind.
Into the box now, Justin Upton. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. A runner at first with no outs here. Fouled off. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
You can certainly tell at-bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
And that will miss for ball 4, so an error and a walk here to start the inning.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Next, it'll be Jared Walsh, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Hard sinker misses, 2-2.
There's the heavy sinker right there. What makes that pitch so difficult to hit is not only does it change eye levels, it actually changes plane. You go to hit it at one position, and it's 6 to 8 inches dropping off the table and chasing your hands.
Piscotty is there, and he'll bring this one in. The relay throw won't get him.
All right, guys, here's how the Oakland A's are lining up defensively. And, folks, I'm locking in today on Ramon Laureano. His calling card, 2018, he burst on the scene for the Oakland A's with one of the best throws I've ever seen in Anaheim, throwing an absolute rocket to first base to snag an out right there. Focus on him. I guarantee you he makes a play in this one.
To the plate now, Kurt Suzuki. Lowry on the slide. There's one on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. One pitch, 2 outs. A pitcher's best friend in the inning. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. 1-2, here it comes. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 to the A's center fielder.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
High in the air out towards shallow right, and this is taken in by Fowler for the first out.
Batting 6th, the designated hitter.
Here's how the Halos are going to line up on defense. And I'm locking in today on defensive extraordinaire David Fletcher. This is a guy that can beat you on the defensive side. He's got great hands, quick feet, great reaction time, loves turning the double play. They love having him out there.
Into the box, Mark Canha. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. And a full count for Canha now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Seth Brown will be next. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Canha is retired, 2 down now.
The left fielder.
Next up is Seth Brown. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. 1-1 home.
Count 2-1.
Bottom of the second here with no score. High in the air down the right field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike three. 1-2-3 go the A's. We'll move to the third with no score. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. 1 away here to begin the third. So with 1 away, a couple of teams out of the AL West doing battle in this one. So let's check out where they sit in the standings entering play here today. Next to hit is Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here.
This guy's been a solid hitter his entire career, but he definitely likes to swing left-handed against right-handed pitching, so he might be up against it here. His numbers in his career down a little bit, swinging right-handed against left-handed pitching.
And there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, David Fletcher.
Ready now is David Fletcher, 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
This is on the ground over to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Angels go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the third now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Stephen Piscotty. And, he thought he'd work the walk, but it's a called strike 2 now.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Austin.
Stepping up is Austin Allen. Only 1 hit for him in his last 4 ball games. Piscotty gets his lead at first, nobody out. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him. And watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
So now to the plate, Elvis Andrus. In there, 2-2.
He must know something we don't know. That was a center cut heater with count leverage in a big spot. I don't understand why he's taking.
On the ground up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, if you're in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Couple of runners on base with 1 down. And up next, the switch-hitting Stanford product, Jed Lowry. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves. Only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
The 1-2. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he will make the catch back there as they're a step closer to getting out of this with 2 away now.
Up next for Oakland, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Two and 1, here it is. Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. Popped him up. Suzuki waits on it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. A's strand a couple. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Now at the plate, here is Shohei Ohtani as we begin the top of the fourth.
I know we're not seeing a lot of offense in this one, but there's still some game left. I'm looking to see these guys, both offenses, make some notable adjustments at the dish and try and scratch a few runs across.
The 1-2. Good changeup in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Ohtani is retired, and there's 1 away. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the 1-1 pitch. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. All even at 2-2. Here it is.
Full count.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Now the payoff pitch home. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony.
In now, Anthony Rendon. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
He'll go to the bag for 1. Relay to Olsen. They turn the double play, and that retires the side. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Bottom of the inning now, and here comes the first baseman, Matt Olson. Ball and 2 strikes now. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And you can see both guys bringing it pretty good in this one. 95 on one hand, 92 on the other. Next to dig in, Ramon Laureano. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Mark Canha.
At the plate, Mark Canha. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Now another 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Stepping in now, Seth Brown. Hard hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. Through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. Already in this game, they've grounded into 3 double plays, which is leading to a lot of frustration in the dugout. The good news is they are getting runners on, so now they need to find ways to move those runners up. He told me, though, the key is to not dwell on it. They have to stay focused on simply having good at-bats and making good swings.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Here comes the 1-2.
Nope, that's down.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Payoff pitch one more time. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Left fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jared Walsh.
Stepping in once again is Jared Walsh. Flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. 2-2 one more time. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Piscotty's there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
Into the box, Kurt Suzuki. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. To 2-2 now. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
Wow, that was a pretty good 2-strike slider right there. I think that would fool him, and the umpire, too.
The 3-2 pitch. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. Halfway home, still no score. Back at the Oakland Coliseum, and before we go much further, let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked to manager Bob Melvin during the break about his thoughts on the A's hitters to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Despite the fact that they've yet to push a run across, the game is still tied, and the pitch count for their opposition is really getting up there. They think that making him work as hard as he has is going to pay off later in the game, and that they just need to stick to the process.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Jose Quintana, 6'1" southpaw, will be the one that gets the call from the bullpen here. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty. The 1-1.
Oh, that's kicked out.
Swinging a ground ball to third. Fielded by Rendon. A good throw gets him 1 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Allen.
So 1 out and nobody aboard, and that'll bring up Austin Allen. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Hey.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground at the left side. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Hey, I can't imagine that's a pitch he was looking for right there.
Now
but he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
At the plate now, Elvis Andrus. Now a flare out to left center. Iglesias ranging into the outfield. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Here's Jed Lowry now. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Here comes the 1-2. Is in there. A called strike 3. The A's strand 1. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. At At the plate now is Jose Iglesias. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded to the right. Fielded cleanly. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
So the next to bat will be Dexter Fowler. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Misses, ball 2. Pops this one up. Lowry is there for it. 2 down.
The batter number 22, second baseman, David Fletcher.
And now here is David Fletcher. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. 2 out, nobody on. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
To the plate now, Shohei Ohtani. 1 and 2 now as that one's fouled off.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
The set and the 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2 and 2. Three and 2. The count is full to the Angels DH.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Fletcher stands at second with 2 gone. Set the payoff pitch. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield, and Chapman gathers it in. The inning is over. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and up next, the power-hitting third baseman Matt Chapman. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Matt Olson will be next. 3-1.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled off. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Matt Olson. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-1. No runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. Lifted down the line in left. And the move is Upton. But no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball. Fouled away. He'll try again. 1-2. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
The count now at 2-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left. Here's the 2-2. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. In there, a base hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
Standing in now, Mark Canha. Hit hard on the ground to first. Reined in. To Iglesias for 1. Back to the pitcher covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full, and we still have no score. Now at the plate is Mike Trout. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. And a changeup swung on and missed for the 1st down.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
So now to the plate, Anthony Rendon. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. One out, nobody on. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Into the box, Justin Upton. Swing and a liner, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Popped him up. Lowry is under it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. Angels go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Seth Brown. way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And he fouls this one off. Now the 3-2 pitch. Lined into right, a base hit.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
Defense.
Into the box now. Stephen Piscotty hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it. 1 away.
Up next for Oakland, the catcher, Austin Allen.
The batter will be Austin Allen. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Possible go-ahead runs on first. 1 away. In the air now out to left field. Upton on the move. Now a reaching grab as he makes the play and loses his balance all at once. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Elvis Andrus. He flew out in his last debut. Now Andrus with a swing and a deep drive to left. Looking up is Upton. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Home run number 5 on the year. And Oakland has moved out in front here 2-0.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows. Finally able to get this offense potentially going with 1 swing of the bat. Being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Aaron Slegers takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning. At the plate now, Jed Lowry. Line, but speared on a hop. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. 7 complete here tonight. It's now 2-0 Oakland. Leading off the inning, it'll be Jared Walsh as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And it misses. 3-1 now.
Yeah, well, down 2. You better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tying run to the plate.
can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he popped him up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The next 3-2. Bullet back up the middle. Laureano is right there, one down.
Now batting.
With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the two starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ball game. Here comes Bob Melvin now out of the Oakland dugout. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So this home crowd likely to give him a standing O as he departs with the shutout in check, and a nice tip of the cap there to acknowledge a job well done. Trevor Rosenthal gets the call as he'll pitch with one gone in the top of the 8th. Now it'll be Kurt Suzuki. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
1-2. And this is swung on and hit to Lowry at second. Scooped up on the first, and Suzuki's retired. 2 away. And there are the final numbers for the Oakland starter. He was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Really strong outing, Matty D. Into the 8th inning without allowing a run. In line for the win, and he certainly deserves a good fate in this one. Hard to imagine he could pitch any better innings 1 through 8 than he did in this one.
At the plate, Jose Iglesias. And good work there as this is taken for ball 4, and the Angels have themselves a 2-out base runner.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
So now to the plate, Dexter Fowler, man at first after the 2-out walk. Iglesias leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And it's 3-2 now to the number 9 hitter.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
3-2 pitch. High in the air into shallow left center. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Angels leave 1. They're down 2-0. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And stepping in, the long ball threat, Matt Chapman. And it's fouled away. The 1-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Hey, this has been an epic at-bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Standing in now, Matt Olson. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 22.
Next up for the A's, Ramon Laureano. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
The 3-2 pitch. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and striding into bat next, it'll be Mark Canha. The 1-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left. Upton is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1 left for Oakland, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Sergio Romo comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, David Fletcher. Head-to-head numbers against Sergio Romo. He's 1 for 5. The 3-2 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Shohei Ohtani digging in next. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still 2-2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Trouble waiting next as you see Mike Trout in the on-deck circle. fouled off. Another payoff pitch. Fouled away. Another full count pitch home.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
The next 3-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
To the plate now, Mike Trout. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
You have to find a way in this situation to look in that on-deck circle and find a way to get your best hitter to the plate with a chance to tie it.
And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. And that's going to be your final out here, and the A's have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Oakland A's jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Sean Manaea earns his team-leading 11th win. Sergio Romo wraps it up for the save, his 5th of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.